of the global heavyweights, Toyota Motor Corporation. It's the world's largest motor manufacturer, and it designs, manufactures and sells sedans, minivans, sport utility vehicles and trucks.
Exactly. So we're starting with the world's largest, because remember, this is an industry with substantial scale. People absolutely adore their motor vehicles. It's typically in years gone by been a high turnover, low revenue sort of business, it must be said, intensely competitive. But Toyota has twice the market cap of any other player in the globe, and they produce nearly 10 million cars. By scale, their only real competitor is Volkswagen in terms of numbers of vehicles, but Toyota is a much more valuable company in terms of its market capitalization.
And talking about market cap, $234.7 billion US dollars, trading on a PE of just over 11, has no dividend.
Okay, I'm not sure about the dividend yield. That may be a temporary thing. We'll look into that. But as far as the company is concerned, remember, the Nikkei is trading at an all-time high. It's pushing for 21,000 points, which a lot of people used to say was, you know, a totally broken market, but it's made a nice recovery.
Are you saying this is a big component of
Huge.
the Nikkei?
Correct, that's where I was going with that point. So it's in fact the largest. It's like a 10% contributor to the index, and it is definitely the crown jewel of the Japanese industrial system. Although remember, to be fair to them, they manufacture a lot of vehicles in the US, a lot of vehicles, including here in South Africa, where they manufacture a certain range of bakkies. They also manufacture those big Sesfikile taxis here in South Africa
and
too.
And the Prius? The car that is
hybrid
vehicle, very effective from an environment perspective?
Correct. They're not necessarily cutting edge with regard to moves towards electric vehicles, but I think that's worked well for them in recent times. The reason being oil prices fell, so the whole shift back in a sense towards petrol and diesel engines has kind of happened. Although the hybrid Prius is very important because there's a trend in terms of global auto manufacture towards more efficient powertrains, which means, you know, the actual component from the engine to the wheels. And the big scale players have got an enormous advantage in terms of pushes technologically for better fuel efficiency and lighter vehicles.
I've got a slight curveball for you here, and I want to talk a bit about Uber. And what Uber has done for the taxi industry, and what Uber may ultimately do to the motor industry. I can't say that it hasn't crossed my mind that in our household we should get rid of one of our vehicles to use Uber on a regular basis.
Indeed, because what Uber did is it removed all of the hassle and the anxiety around calling a cab and worrying about how you were going to pay, and also the quality of the vehicle and the driver and so on and so forth. So Uber guarantees all of that, and it's a seamless transaction. So more and more young people are electing not to buy cars and to use Uber instead. And that's also because people are trying to live closer to their place of work. They don't want to be in the traffic. They don't want to be commuting.
Those mixed use environments are very important now, live, work and play, which is to your point that people want to live in the same environment as they work.
So I think that's a definite trend in rich countries. The point, though, about the global motor industry is when they say they're selling 50 million units a year, 16 million of those units alone are going into China. So there are many parts of the world where there is an enormous demand still for cars, particularly at the lower end, where people want entry-level models. I mean, look how well the VW Polos sell, all those Kias and Hyundais. So there's definitely considerable upside for the industry still in manufacturing conventional vehicles.
We don't need to be too concerned about disruptive technology at this point. Hot or not on Toyota?
I'm hot on it. I think you do have to be aware that with Toyota you're getting a certain amount of yen-dollar currency risk, which is quite a tough one because I don't even know whether that thing's going up or down. But certainly operationally, Toyota is a very strong company and poised, it seems, for strong growth forward.
Hot from your side.